Hey, what's up, y'all? Rom Wills back at you with yet another car video. Many people out here chasing illusions. Many people are chasing illusions. Because I was thinking about that, and when I say people are chasing illusions. Because I was thinking about that, because for those who follow my women's channel, I did a video saying, many women won't level up. Yeah, to say some women got hot is an understatement. Ron was using that block and delete button a lot. But I just pointed out to him, because usually for leveling up, women mean guys with money, not necessarily like good looking guys, like, money and status. And just to be clear, because I know somebody come on here, well, didn't you just say men with money need game? Yeah, they still need game. But, to even get in that position to talk to the woman to tell her she got money, he got money and status. But, many women are fantasizing. Because the reality is, overwhelming majority of them won't get that guy. Because in this society, you guys, if you look at the number of men who even make over $50,000 a year, that's only 34% of men. That's all men, regardless of race in this country. Right? 34%. Now, that's talking, maybe 1 out of 3. That's 50,000. So when you take it up to 100,000, that's 12%. That's 12% of the overall male population. And that number keeps going down as you go up. And we know, like, to level up, depending on where you at, if you leveling up in some Midwestern town, you just happen to have the money there, that might be a lot of money, but shoot, you're in the DMV or something, shoot, that's getting to the point, that's almost just barely middle class. So, but my point with that is, there ain't a lot of men out there for the women to level up, but you got a lot of women chasing them thinking they can get there. But like I pointed out to the ladies, I said, look, there's a lot of stuff that man's going to want. Everybody is not going to be qualified. Now, since this the men's channel, men doing the same thing. Men doing the same thing. We ain't going for money and status, but what everybody chasing for? That mythical dime, and I do mean mythical. That's why I say that. You got a lot of guys, they want that dime, they want that money, they want, they think if they make that money, that status, they got that game, they might get her. But then you got a lot of guys that want it. They don't do none of that. They ain't working. I even did a video. I remember I did a video. I said, for the money guys, how come you ain't out here actually trying to make money if that's what you believe? Or a lot of dudes really ain't trying to really get out there and learn any game, which is really just let's be real. Some people think it's just faking on all of that, but it's just your strategy. You don't develop any strategy. And even then, the problem with that, like I said, there's only 12% of men in this country making over 100,000. And that's got to be like the threshold. Unless there ain't a lot of dimes out there. Dudes be up there going, I could have took that. Damn, talking to y'all. Nah, I ain't going out now. With that gas truck. Be some real issues. And be like, I seen it, Ron. Damn, I'm slow today. I could have. Younger days, I'd have just bogarted that. Okay, I'm gonna bogart it now. Anyway. Ain't that many dimes out there, but you got some guys. They talking about, nah, she gotta be a dime. She gotta be a dime. Well, first of all, there really ain't that many dimes anyway. And in a lot of the women who are being called dimes are nothing but adjustable 7s, maybe 8s. Really more like, like we call them dimes, because one thing about women, and I was talking with one of my inner circle about it the other day. Very few women out here roll out of bed beautiful, like to that thing, because you got to think, probably the most universal definition of a dime is a woman, not of a particular race, but like facial features, like real pretty facial features, nice body, and all of that. It might vary as to, you know, which parts are emphasized, but, you know, tight body. And for some odd reason, people don't think about, like, their personality, but that's another conversation. So, all right. How many women, seriously, fellas, how many women y'all see like that every day? Like, you could call her dime. Not just she look good to you or she look alright, but a dime. And then even with that, there are so many women who are just really good at fixing up. That's why on a personal thing, I like meeting a woman when she in sweats or maybe at the gym where she ain't fixed up. Because my thing is she can only go up. Because y'all ever see that woman, you might see her like out and she's fixed up. In fact, I got a story behind that. Right? You see the woman, she's fixed up and all of that, and she's like, pow! Pow! It's like, shit, you going crazy. Then, you know, you might get her back to your place. She sweat off a little bit. She like, what the fuck? I mean, she ain't that bad, but what you brought home. Shit, women good with that, I could definitely do a video of that. Women good with that makeup. You get some women, they put that makeup on so flawless and so seamless, you ain't even sure it's makeup. Seriously, you got some women tight as shit with that makeup. Trust me, some guys who've been with some fine women, and once they sweat it off, y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit, you got these makeup, weaves, change their hair color. And yeah, white women get weaves too. So it's like, wow, okay. Shit. You find out, like, she might be alright if she was alright, you left it alone, but, you know, so you ain't even getting that. And then even to get what's there, like a true dime, and then they exist in some places. You got dudes out here don't want to hit the gym, don't want to get their money or status up, think game ain't real, talking about I want to get a dime, or think they can get some magic word and a woman will just have an attraction for somebody who don't have shit going for them. But that's what we got out here. Both sides. That's why I say both sides. Both sides. So y'all know some women are coming here. I started out with y'all, so they be, and don't say I ain't saying nothing to the men, and the men don't say I ain't saying nothing to the women. Shit, I got a whole video saying stuff to the women. Few videos saying stuff to the women about being realistic. And that's the whole thing with it all. Just be realistic about where you at. Hey, if you want, you know, a woman who want that guy that, you know, really want to level up, need to be fixing her shit up. She need to be getting tight, especially physically. Especially physically. And then any cooperation issue she had with men, she got to work on that. And the guy, shit, well, pretty much get your shit together on all levels. Sorry, fellas, that's how it is. So, yeah, ain't nothing like that. And I've always said the money and status thing, I just always said the sex appeal trumps that. But even with that, you still got to develop the sex appeal. You get some guys who want a dime or something, talking about they want a dime and shit, but they got some sexual hang-ups. Don't want to talk about sex. And that's the main way to get a dime if you want to get one. Shit. If you have that and nothing else, you good. Because they still got vaginas. They still want to holler. Ask me how I know. So, you know, but a lot of people get, I don't know, people just get into some unrealistic shit. And that's my main argument. Like on any of my channels, whatever you do out here, fix yourself up and then be realistic about what the fuck is out here. Because here's a little secret. There's the women who got men lined up, the men who got women lined up. The one thing I found talking with all of them, they realistic about their shit. They very realistic. They ain't tripping. They ain't saying, you know, the women who got men lined up, they ain't saying, oh, I gotta level up and shit. They just be chilled and shit and get the men anywhere. And the men who ain't tripping, you know, they good with a 7 or something as long as she cool. In fact, they might even like her more. It's like they be like, yeah, she cool, she cooperative, all that. She still got body on her. Shit. They'll still get the dime and stuff. Oh, I better not say what I just saw. Let's just say, Rom might have been getting out fighting for a complicated reason. Anyway, nah, just folks out here just need to get realistic about this shit. Get realistic. Like, the numbers ain't there. The numbers ain't there for really successful men. Unless a woman is really willing to do the work, and the numbers ain't there for a dime unless a dude really want to work on himself. You know? And I think most people would just be happy if if people realistic, you probably find that they happier. Because one thing with relationships, regardless of all that shit really is superficial shit. A lot of people talk, and it comes down to whether or not you actually get along with that person. Seriously, that's it. Do you get along? Are you compatible with that person? In fact, a video I did a long time ago, and it was based on a statement by really the godfather of all of this, on the man's side of talking to relationships, but nobody really. A lot of people don't know about him. It's like one of those dudes people be saying his name in whispers. It's like that's almost a code if you know this dude's name. Ain't a pimp though, but this was a ladies' man, reformed ladies' man, Don Spears. I talked about him before. He wrote this book, In Search of Good Pussy. To me, that's the gold standard as far as just really understanding the game and everything. And the shit he wrote in the early 90s, which means he started in the late 80s, still applied to this day. And one of the things he said was his mentors told him the reason relationships fail is two reasons: incompatibility and unrealistic expectations. You can't get past that. A lot of people get expecting stuff. You get some women out here, they be wanting a six-figure brother or six-figure man, or shit, if they sisters, maybe even a six-figure white man. But they got 3 kids by 4 daddies, because there'll be a paternity issue in there. Shoot, they got 0 class to them. And let's just say somebody could give them a free gym membership and they still wouldn't use it, but still be one of the top men. That's some unrealistic shit. Or you get some guy won't hit the gym, won't try to have some fly shit on, got a fucked up prickly ass personality where he can't get along with another human being, but be wanting supermodel of the world. Be thinking, oh yeah, is there some word I can say, and then get pissed when he don't get it. Nah, people just gotta be realistic out this joint, man. And that's the one thing. If y'all follow me, and some people say, hey, Rom, you keep it real, I'm telling you. Now, I actually have a book. I have a book for the men talking about meeting attractive women, but anybody who read it, I don't talk about it a lot, but anybody who read it tell you. My main thing in it is you need to fix yourself up. That'd be my main thing in it. If you trying to get an attractive woman, shit, you need to be attractive yourself. It's that simple. It ain't rocket science, really. It ain't rocket science. That's why that book ain't even that big. It ain't rocket science. But, a lot of people, they want to chase some fantasy, and, both sides want to believe like that either rich man or that dime has an attraction to idiots. Seriously, they should say that too. Like one of these women be talking about be having like the 15 kids, as I keep giving them more kids, 15 kids and, built like a water buffalo, be up there, be talking about, yeah, he got to have 6 figures. He got to love all my kids, all my 19 kids. I'm just putting more kids on the 2-hater. All right. They be having that too, because, some dudes be on Facebook or something. They be sharing those like screenshots. But the one thing they should put in the sentence, though, must have an attraction to idiots too. And some guys on that too. They be looking for that, be one that fine woman. They need to put on there. Shit, they like must have an attraction to unattractive men. Damn, they coming fast and furious. Normally I could take it. I must just be reflexes are slow today. Let me take this. That's a Mack truck coming too. I better be quick. I'd be one of those accidents I be talking about. But yeah, that's the main thing, man. People need to be, I guarantee if people realistic about this shit out here, they'll be happy. And don't get caught up in what somebody else or some fantasy. And trust me, I still see it. I be just listening to people sometimes. I'm like, seriously. And I'm seeing that's the biggest damn thing out here. People want something. And then even if you qualified, or even if even if you got that dude, or somehow you still in those parameters where a dime or a rich man might want you, you still got to worry about getting along with them. Like, nobody talks about personality compatibility, because I'm telling you, that's the main thing. Nobody talks about that. That's the secret shit. That's one of the secrets why you might see an average man with a beautiful woman, or even a real handsome man or a rich man with maybe a average looking woman or something. They click somehow. So anyway, one of the secrets. I said on my Patreon for the average looking man. I said on my Patreon what the key there was. So anyway, that's it for now, y'all. I'm going here to this store. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.